Our next guest is a writer, teaching artist, and fierce supporter of mentorship of teen girls. She was also the inspiration behind Generation Wow's Letter to My Younger and Future Self campaign. Yes. We welcome Yvette Angelique Hyater-Adams to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having
me. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
Well, it is wonderful to have you. You have participated in the conference year after year. Now, this year you're not a speaker, correct? But you've still participated in it.
Yeah.
What is it about the conference that you want to be a part of it year after year?
I'm a fierce supporter of women and personal leadership development. And for me, this conference is all about that. Coming from Washington, D.C. and the Philadelphia markets, I had a former consulting firm, and they would do these type of conferences statewide, where women across the state would come together and just join in and listen to powerful speakers. And so when I came to Jacksonville, and I went, whoa, Jacksonville has something like this? And they said, Donna, Donna, Donna. And I said, let me connect with her and find out about what we're doing here in Jacksonville. And it's very powerful for women. And it's not just Jacksonville women. We have women that come from many places over and over again, all over the country, that want to come and fellowship here in Jacksonville, connect, network, and get to know each other, to synergize and put their thoughts and ideas and mentoring together. Well, we say mentoring, I like to think of it as peer mentoring, because it's definitely a mutual thing. We're in the mentoring relationship.
So you enjoy empowering women, but you also mentor teens.
Right.
And so what's your passion behind mentoring the teens?
Well, because I gotta. You have to.
I love that answer.
You gotta. I mean,
if we don't do it, who's going
to do that? I mean, for me, young girls need someone very powerful in their lives just to connect with. I mean, as an African American straight woman, I've had mentors and people that I've mentored across race, across gender, across sexual orientation, and these are some important aspects in building a relationship with young people so they can feel fully who they are, and also to really break it down around the realities in the world of the things they're going to have to face. When I'm dealing with a young African American woman, we talk about the realities of racism in that relationship. When I am mentoring a young white girl, this might be her first experience having a relationship with an adult African-American woman, and so she's having a different experience about what it means to be in a relationship with a black woman. So all these things are really important. And the same thing when I deal with men and also with the gay population. So it's extremely important that we take the time to mentor our young people across differences.
What are you seeing as far as challenges for young people these days? Challenges that maybe we didn't face when we were growing up. Every generation, it's a different world. But it is a different world, and there truly are different challenges.
Sure. I think the biggest thing for me, and this is something that I told my two kids, I have a son and a daughter who are now grown people, but you have to listen to that inner wisdom, that inner voice. Because a lot of times, you program your children as they grow up about rights and wrongs and things like that, and they do have a good sense about what to do and what not to do, and encourage them to listen to it. And so for me, when I mentor young women, all the time I said, what did that inner voice tell you to do when you thought about X, Y, Z? And they always had the thing that was in their best interest and didn't listen to it. And so now as women, I know it took me till I was about 32 years old before I started really paying attention to that inner voice and listening to it first. Now it doesn't fail me. I think I can do Wonder Woman things all the time, and I said, you can do that, just not all at the same time. And so, so when you start listening to that voice first, so to trust their inner voice, realize that they have one, that it is wise, and when it's not wise, to learn from someone, not only people in your family, but adults that you can trust outside your family.
Tell us about Wowsdom. Yes, we'll definitely want to get to this point.
So Wowsdom actually came out of this whole platform. I mean, at Generation Wow, which is in November, you'll see Yvette on the stage, and she's just formidable and approachable and whatever. And these young girls read letters to their older selves, and women read letters to their younger selves. And so you have this wow, it's a real wow. But they're sitting next to these women who are filled with wisdom. And so last year at Gen W, I looked at it and I said, you know, one year we did Generation Wisdom, which were women who were 75 and older.
Right.
This year they were 65 older. We paired them with teen girls.
Wow.
And we put them in the green room, and literally they were in there for an hour, and they didn't even know any of us were there. And we said, Wowsdom is powerful, and it actually led to this book that we're working on, and that's Wowsdom. This year, I have to say, you asked me one of my favorite segments. It's kind of under wraps, but it's about a generation of 3 women, a 7th grader, a 12th grader, and the 4th leading executive, the top female executive at NASA. All 3 of them have a profound relationship with space and their desire to excel in space. And we're going to tell their the story from 3 different perspectives, and that we call Wowsdom.
That is so cool.
So
Yeah, Dr. Crystal Johnson is an unbelievable, you know, one of those resumes that you go, oh my gosh, I should go home and go to sleep, I'll never get there. Dr. Johnson from NASA will be here.
So do the young girls listen to our wisdom?
Oh, let me
You know,
tell
sometimes we wonder.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And because we put it in writing, you know, the letters,
Makes more
it's
of a
really powerful because they can sit down and read it. Now, when I do this with the women, which is really funny for the Gen Wow conference with the girls and the women, I spend more time consoling the women who are writing the letters because it's emotional for them, you know, because I
Yes.
help prep them before
Yeah.
they get on stage for weeks before they get there. And the girls, their amazement is like, wow, this is my dream. I said, when you write this letter, you are basically making a promise to yourself, and a letter is like a goal that you can work towards, and because you wrote it down, you can make it happen. So that's very inspiring. So it's not just the lip talk and the listening, you know, it's the actual sitting down and reading this and going, wow. And I give them a copy of both their letter and the letters from the women from the stage when they leave, and I go, this is your treasure. This goes into your treasure box. Always go back and look at this.
How cool.
So special.
That is so cool.
Yes,
Well, thank you
absolutely.
so much for joining us. We appreciate
you.
it very much.
Thank you.
I'm getting inspired just sitting here.
As we should.
And it's still, Gen W still
there's
a
a
week
glow.
away.
It's happening.
I know. All right, we will be right back.